sound effects outside the Villa Borghese. Cooling off on a hot afternoon. Ooh, anche birds, uccelli. Here's the Villa Borghese, the home of Cardinal Scipione Borghese. Wonderful collection of art, mostly Bernini, Caravaggio, and others. A beautifully warm afternoon with cool sound effects. Okay, change of pace. We're at St. Paul's, inside the walls, Episcopal Church here in Rome, looking on to the 19th century mosaics and the apse. It's a Gothic church in style. Nice mosaics of the birth of Jesus, the shepherds, Pastori, and Magi, the Magi. Beautiful paintings up close. These are paintings of those mosaics. They're probably the original frescoes, and they made them into mosaics. Got a little music going on here. St. Joe. Let's visit that. Here's St. Joseph. One of the Magi. Beautiful little sculpture of Pietà. Sarcophagus. Matching one here. Matching with another sarcophagus here. This guy would have probably something to do with the arts. Is the theater being shown. Comedy and tragedy. And since this is an English church, we hear the mosaics on the facade are the gift of Daniel Varin in memory of his wife, Henrietta. Oh, nice. Okay, we're going to take a walk up into the sanctuary of the church. Interesting tile walls, Gothic kind of architecture. And we have a double vestibule kind of sanctuary. Is the apse and the second apse. A little entertainment going on here. Oh, beautiful old font. I think it's Adam and Eve, yeah, doesn't it look like?
Alright, so then Jesus, rainbow, and then who is in the center?
Probably not a pope because this is a Protestant church, so St. Augustine, he was popular with the English. We'll go closer. Beautiful pulpit, matching pulpits. Very beautiful. I guess they have a bishop too. He could sit there. The altar. Okay, we're here in, very strange crucifixion. Because they couldn't figure out which arms to use, they used all three. It's probably a symbol of the Trinity, but I don't know about that. Music's coming from here. Okay, we're in the Church of St. Paul, inside the walls. Reminiscent of other places with a similar name in New Jersey. Oh, here he is. Il Loganista. Wow. Little fan on him. Side chapel. cushions on the seats. Okay, this is Friends of the Word, Ecumenical Day, visiting the Episcopal Church of St. Paul inside the walls, featuring the mosaics of Christ in glory, 19th century, very, very attractive. Two pulpits, lectern, altar, high throne. Thank you for joining us. Let's hear from you, Father Louis Scurti. Okay, we're outside the church of Santa Maria dell'Angeli e dei Martiri, Our Lady of Angels and Martyrs in Basilica, and it used to be the baths of Diocletian. So we're going in, and these doors, I believe, were done by Giacomo Mansu. Very modern, pretty much like 1960s. We're going inside. It's huge, cavernous church. Of course, they used to be the baths. Maybe John can explain more about them. Can you?
The church was built in the ruins of the baths of Diocletian, and most of the architecture was, according to Michelangelo, based upon the enormous space.
Looking at side altars, this one for the baptistries, another Mitangere painting. Jesus speaking to Mary Magdalene. Huge sculpture of St. Bruno. Huge. And the angel. Holy water font. Hello. St. Anthony. Huge, wide open spaces. Ooh. Who's this? Oh, how cute! The Testa of John the Baptist by Igor Metroji Mormon, the head of John the Baptist sculpture. Huge, very big. Okay, now the church was adapted from the bath, so we're going to the center area, and John will explain more about what we see. This is
These are in the former baths of Diocletian. And the huge sculpture, columns, and so on. All according to the sketches of Michelangelo, who redesigned this as a church.
Looks like St. Bruno over there. Each angle has an altar. Huge altar. Now this altar is frescoed, so all that architecture is not architecture. The only thing on that altar, the side altar, is the rondo with Christ and the altar itself. The rest of it is flat, but looks tramtoya, like architecture. Huge paintings of different saints. Same thing here, matching altar that's done in fresco, tramtoya, to look like architecture. And now we're entering the part, what they call the main altar, or this high altar. This is the prayer chapel, so we'll just stand here and pray at a distance. Bishop's chair. Huge fan-like objects, which are the kind of candlesticks, but they're very decorative floral designs. There's probably a special name for them that I don't know. Look at the ceiling, it's beautiful. Of course, it says center of the apse is the window dedicated to Mary. The A.M. Ave Maria insignia. Close up to the altar of Mary, surrounded by angels. Okay. Very beautiful. Quiet. People in prayer. Looking back into the entrance. It's a very different kind of space. Very public. The organ. Let's go look at Jesus on the cross, and then that'll be our brief visit to Santa Maria degli Angeli e Martiri. Crucifixion. This has been Father Louis Scurti with Friends of the Word, bringing you spiritual journeys of Rome, the churches of Rome. We're here at Santa Croce in Jerusalem, the Holy Cross in Jerusalem Church in Rome, and Dr. B will now give a brief commentary.
Okay, so the outside, the front of the church was added in the 17th century. It's very Baroque with the curving lines and so on. But the original church on this site was begun in 330 by St. Helen, who was the mother of the Emperor Constantine, who's the first Roman emperor to legalize Christianity. She had gone to Jerusalem and she had collected relics that are believed to be pieces of the cross on which Christ was crucified, along with pieces of the cross on which the thieves were crucified. And so she began this church, as I say, in 330, to house those precious relics. And that's why the church is called the Church of the Cross in Jerusalem, right? Because they were brought back from Jerusalem.
Now we're going to go inside and we'll see some decoration inside the church of Santa Croce. Okay, we're in the church. Breathtaking. Going into the side door. Oh my goodness. Beautiful mosaic floors.
Yes, it's called cosmetesque. The inlaid different colors of marbles. And the fragments of these different colored marbles are taken from ancient Roman buildings, actually. There was a very famous family, the Cosmati family, who specialized in laying these types of decorative floors that you find in a lot of the earlier churches in Rome.
We'll start on the ceiling. It's probably Helena presenting the relics to God the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Very ornate ceiling. Side altars, very open. Not too Baroque, this church. Now let's go to the sanctuary.
The real relic room is over to the side. You have to
Okay, we're going to go to the side altars where the relics are situated. Side altar of the crucifix. This is the third altar, San Sylvester, with Constantine, Peter, and Paul. Sylvester is my grandmother's maiden name. Okay, this is the sanctuary, fresco, Christ in glory, and of course the story of the discovery of the cross. Okay, we're going into the sanctuary for the preservation of the relics. And as we come in, Venerable Antoinette de Mayo, and we're walking up the steps, following the Stations of the Cross. An explanation of the various relics that we will see in a few moments. Now we're basically behind the main altar. It's a whole nother altar that we're visiting. Ooh. And this is the sanctuary of the relics. The image of the shroud.
Right behind the main altar.
That's the main altar right here. This is an image of the shroud that is venerated in Turin, Italy. And the face is here. The corners were damaged when it was folded up. And there was a fire in the cathedral. And they were damaged by the light of the box. Oops. Based on the shroud, the sculpture. And now we're going into the chapel of the relics. We're at the relics of the true course. And Dr. B will now give us a little explanation from the top to the bottom.
They're pieces of the wood of the cross on which Christ was crucified. They're encased within that elaborate cross.
Oh, is that the sign?
It's supposed to be thought to be part of the sign. And that's a nail. See the nail?
Mm-hmm. Piece of wood, cross beam, probably pieces of thorns. St. Louis of France is attributed to bringing some relics back to Sainte-Chapelle. But here we are in the Church of Santa Croce in Jerusalem. Looking at the relics of the cross. Inscription. These reliquaries are objects that hold elements of sacred figures, in this case, the cross. We're looking onto. There's no altar here. It's just a chapel with the baldacchino in veneration of the cross of Jesus.